welcome back to Fair to Say episode 46, sponsored by Underdog. And we dropped Scotty off for this episode and picked up the homie Uptown YT.
Yo,
What's good?
that's the word.
Welcome to the table, my brother. You over there holding down the side on your own, man. All eyes on you today,
that's
brother.
All we do. That's all we do.
Hey, I see you be shining.
Yeah,
that's only right.
All good, all good.
Yeah, man. Well, shit, how y'all feeling today, man? We not too early, but late in the afternoon, we getting it going.
I'm happy. This is gonna be my favorite episode so far. Scott's not here. I'm enjoying it. I love these. Keep these going.
Nigga blessed always. You know, anytime we wake up and a nigga healthy, nigga arms work, legs work, nigga always good. You feel me?
God, no matter what, make a way.
You feel me?
No, I love it. You coming in with the positivity, man. So that's just gonna bring us into you yourself, man. You know, we want to let you get an introduction. Obviously, a lot of people are already familiar with you. No disrespect, but to the people that are not, we just wanted to get a feel for yourself, man. We know you're an artist, entrepreneur, businessman. You got the fitness going. Man, so it's a lot of stuff, man. You're a jack of all trades. What is it right now that you got going that you want everybody to make sure they're aware of?
Shit, right now, man, like I was saying, you know, Uptown YT, King of California, that's what I be going by too as well.
I did see that.
Yeah, right now, man, we got this music jumping on. We finna take over the world with this music.
That's
Nigga
right.
Finna go number one. I just locked in with a whole new team. I got a whole new team. We about to lock in this new bag with a deal. We about to get this this $1 million deal going on.
Okay.
We got some big numbers going on for not just a regular artist deal. We gonna do a label deal, like a partnership on some cash money shit.
Okay.
So that's what we got going on right now. That's what we got cracking. But yeah, definitely the music, man. Like I'm fresh out of prison. I've been out for a year now.
Okay.
A little over a year.
Congrats.
Yeah, I had life. I had 84 years to life. I was facing 127 years to life at 15 years old. Went down for 2 murders, 2 attempts. Grew up gang banging and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, God blessed me. They passed new laws. Senate Bill 1391. You're no longer able to be charged as an adult, as a juvenile no more in the state of California. So God gave me that second chance at life, man. And a nigga just came home going crazy.
Right.
Going crazy ever since, literally.
So did it give you, obviously coming home, we'll get into a little bit of backstory of the time that you served, but when you came home, did you find it, was it a new motivation? Was it something you always had your eyes on even at 15, was doing music? Or was it like an inspiration to you when you were in there, when you got out, like, man, I know I can do this shit too?
Nah, I always been on the music.
Right.
Always. Like, I always been super talented when music, like, I've always been like just effortlessly like just hella good. Like rap, like I could rap, sing, I do every genre. Like I do country music, I do everything.
Great.
So I always been super talented. And then even back then, like I was dealing with Universal. I was gonna sign a deal with Universal back when I was 14 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, and then before I made the contract and everything official, I ended up going to jail. Yeah, so I was already in the music space. I was working with Bone Thugs and them.
Oh,
a lot of big name like Universal motherfuckers. But yeah, I've been in the music space. I just never was really, I was in it, but I wasn't taking it seriously. You know what I mean? I was really more focused on gang banging.
Yeah, one for them, one for
gang
them.
banging in the street life. Like, I always been like a drug dealer type nigga. Like, you know, I was just selling drugs and gang banging. That's all I really cared about. And then the nigga would go to the studio and make music on the side, but it was never, you know what I mean? Like a nigga loved it, but a nigga wasn't really, you know what I mean?
Right.
Always cared about the money.
Right, the aspect of it. So now that you doing the music thing, you got projects. I seen there's a project coming out in November.
Yep.
Is that something that, or do you have prior projects that you've already released, or is this the one you're anticipating as being like your your debut?
This the debut.
That's what I forgot.
First project, King of the State, is gonna drop November 1st. This just something just to wake everybody up, just to show motherfuckers like how we really coming. Cause like to be honest, like everybody knows, like especially like on the West Coast, since like everybody knows who I am. Like unless a nigga wanna lie, like and act like they don't, but everybody know who I am. Like if you don't directly know me off the dribble, you've seen me before.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? Like I've been a viral sensation, like one of the most viral sensations since I got out of prison. So it's like everybody know who a nigga is. And like this tape is really just gonna show everybody that like we dominated in every way, every level, every form that we can. Because when I first got out, a nigga was really institutionalized. Like I'm still institutionalized. So like I really had a lot of shit to get back acquainted with, like with my mind. I had to get my mental right.
Yeah.
Because to keep it 100, I got out of prison and I wanted to go back. Like,
and we literally were just talking about something like that yesterday, not to dive too deep, but just the comfort of prison and people when they get out. It's so different, and you're so used to being in there that you not that you want to go back to that comfort zone, but if you go back, it's almost like fuck it.
Yeah,
I'm just here, but I'm gonna make it's the homies. You know what I'm saying? We on
100%.
So it's like it's an uncomfortable thing. So for you to get out and change your mindset to stay out and focus on the music, which we have a music professional here, which I'm sure he has a ton of questions to ask. But to have that mindset and just change how you think and not to dive into the streets and focus on music, was that a hard thing for you to like once you got back out to focus solely on music and then you can?
When I got out, not really, because when I was in prison, I already made the transformation. Like I already changed my mindset while I was in prison. And that's what I tell most people that's coming home from prison. If you like, you already have in your mind what you gonna do. If you don't have a plan and you want some like, all right, I really don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, that means, nigga, you gonna go right back. That's your plan, is to go right back because you don't have a plan. So, like, if you don't come up with something, like, if you don't already have it set in your head, like, I'm gonna get out and do this, I'm gonna do that, like, whatever you plan on doing, my nigga, you gonna go back.
Right back. Yeah.
So, me, I already knew what I was gonna do. Like,
Stay focused on it. Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
All right, bet. So outside of yourself, or aside from yourself, who are some of the other West Coast artists that you listen to on a regular basis?
on a regular basis, to keep it 100, I don't listen to nobody. I really just listen to myself and beats because I don't really like to. Not saying that don't nobody got like a style that I don't fuck with, but it's like I like to keep my shit super authentic. Mm-hmm. So it's like the human mind is influenced by anything it hears or it's around. Mm-hmm. So it's like I want my shit to be like, even though there's only so much original that you could get, you know what I mean? Like everything is based off of something that you heard, whether if it was when you was 12, 13, 10, you know what I mean? But right now, nah, I just listen to beats in myself.
In your creative space. And
I'm playing beats all day. Like coming over here, I was just slapping beats. I'm just slapping beats.
I've been asking artists recently, do you think it's better to get your beats off of YouTube, or would you rather lock in with a real producer in person in the studio and cook up the beat together, XYZ?
I think both.
Okay, why?
I think both because there's motherfuckers on YouTube that really go crazy too, that you could lock in with. And then like, cause you don't always wanna, like everybody don't have like the luxury to like sit in that studio, you know what I mean, and lock in with a producer and to be able to craft that beat from scratch. And then like sometimes like you might just be sitting in there the whole time, you know what I mean, and you might not come up with something. But I think both. I think definitely both, because that's what I do. Like I be on YouTube and I still got like 4 different producers that I'm like locked in with. But I still go on YouTube.
It's a good discovery tool. There's a lot of producers you can get yourself out there.
Like there's a lot of niggas that made hits like off YouTube beats. Like you feel me?
It's a flip side to that coin though, because I know artists that put out a hit on a YouTube beat, but then the legalities of it, or they didn't sign off on it, or
you gotta purchase that. You gotta really buy you gotta really purchase that. If you don't, like, you gotta email a nigga, get a nigga phone, this, that, and the third, and buy the exclusive rights to that beat, and then get a full-fledged contract. If you don't have a full-fledged contract stating that you bought that beat exclusively, nigga, anything can happen.
Bite you in the ass for sure. All right, how did you link up with Zoe Sama for the 304 anthem?
Zoe, me and Zoe, we from the same neighborhood.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's just we got ties like that, and then he was doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. We was both cracking, so it was just like it only made sense.
Like mine.
Plus, we from the same neighborhood, so it's like it only makes sense. Yeah.
You guys already shot a video, or is there a video on the way?
No, video on the way.
Okay, what y'all gonna do video wise?
We were supposed to shoot the video this week, but I was busy, then he was busy, I'm thinking sometime within the next like 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
Sure.
Treatment wise, what you thinking? Like, what's gonna happen in the video?
3 or 4 anthem shit. I can only imagine.
I kind of wanted to like. I wanted to show like some fig out there, like some fig lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like maybe like I know for sure I want to do hotel room. Like I want to do hotel room.
Like a motel room or real?
Yeah, motel.
Okay.
Yeah, motel. Get that grimy look, like that grimy, like she out there really trapping, and had like 4 different women. But then I kind of want to get like that fig late night lifestyle look too, like get some B-roll. Maybe, yeah.
I respect it. Okay, cool. Another collab I want to ask you about is Slow Motion with True Car.
Oh yeah.
How did you link up with True Car? And make that
True
happen?
Car. Shit, I linked up with him when I got out, but he's been a dude. He's been fucking with the homies and like my section like for years.
Okay.
I've been knowing about True Car since way back like 2012, 2013, like 14, like way back when he was making music, way back then. He's been doing music, his thing for a long time. So like, I was listening to his shit way back then, you know what I mean? So like, that was a nigga that I didn't personally know back then, but when I got out, we just, real nigga, we just linked up.
Okay, respect. Studio wise, what's your process like? Are you writing in the studio or do you write beforehand and just go
Nah,
record?
I don't write nothing.
Everything's
I don't
a
write
freestyle?
nothing. Yeah, everything's a freestyle.
Why is that?
At first I used to write all my music, but I feel like I got so musically inclined now to where like the beat gives me the words. So it's like I'll get in the, like for me, I'll already have a song created in my head way before I even go to a studio. So it's like I'll rehearse the song like 30 different times. Like the hook, the verse, the this, the that, like in the exact format without writing anything down. Like I'm just writing it down in my head, literally. So it's like I damn near mentally write all my songs, but I didn't write nothing down. Like all my songs. So yeah, I don't write nothing no more. I just go in there off the dome.
Yeah. Are you excuse me? Are you one of the artists who are in the studio like all the time, or you wait till you got a concept? Do you just live in there creating, or you just?
I make sure I'm in there because it's like it's repetition. So what I do right now, I do 16 hours a week. So I make sure I do two separate 8-hour sessions. So like, let's just say on a Tuesday I'll do 8 hours, and then on a Friday I'll do 8 hours. So, and the days might switch depending on what I got going on, but I make sure I mandatory do 16 hours.
Stay in there, get that repetition.
Even if I don't come up with nothing, or if I come up with some shit that I feel like is trash, because sometimes you'll be in there and you'll make some shit that you don't even like, but the people might like, everybody else might like, but sometimes I'll make some trash shit to me personally, and I'll be like, yeah, ain't nobody gonna hear that. But I make sure I get those repetitions in. Like, it's the same thing with in the gym, like basketball, whatever you do. If you're trying to build a physique, like you gotta get that repetition up. If you ain't getting the reps in, you know what I mean?
We laughing because he like, nigga, gym. What's a gym? We ain't trying to hear shit about a gym.
Don't say that word at this table. Man. Go ahead.
That's an illegal word to say. No, when he came in, that's the first thing Six said, hey, bro, before you leave, I need to get a meal plan, a nutrition plan. I'm like, that sparked me too. Like, niggas really do have problem gaining weight. A lot of people who gain weight can't. And it's like people laugh, bigger people laugh, and skinny people like, nigga, shut up, bro. Like,
it's
eat
hard.
something. It's not that easy to actually keep weight.
Like fitness wise, do you feel like you always had that discipline?
I've always just been a disciplined nigga in general. It wasn't necessarily always to fitness. Now, I always been an athlete, like as a kid for sure, but like I always just had that discipline in other areas, like regardless. So like for me, it was easy to transform that to like some fitness shit.
Yeah.
For sure. And then like I said, you know, I was in prison, so I went in real young. So my main thing when I first got locked up is like, I went in 139 pounds. So I was like, nigga, I gotta be ready mentally, physically, and spiritually, and emotionally. That was my thing when I got locked up. So it's like, you know, I went down for some very serious shit. So it's like a nigga gotta be prepared in every way, every aspect. So like right now, I'm 250 pounds. So it's like, for when I got locked up, nigga, I gained a whole 100 plus. You know what I mean? So yeah.
At that age, because you were in an adult facility, correct?
Yep.
At that age and being 15,
At 15, I was in juvenile hall though.
at 17 you were in the adult facility.
No, 18.
Okay.
In California, you can't do. They don't do that no more. Maybe in other states, but they don't do that no more in California. You can't be under 18 in an adult facility.
So going through the situations you went through at a really young age, does it bother you when you see people out here glorifying prison or talking about prison's easy and shit like that?
Not necessarily, because it just depends on what they prison experience was. Because it depends on what yard you were on, what prison you were at. Like, you know, me, I'm maximum security my whole life. My whole
And how
prison
long were you
extent,
down
I
for?
did 8 years.
Okay.
So I did almost a decade. I did 8.5 years. So almost a whole decade, I'm maximum security. So like juvenile hall, I'm in the maximum security unit. From prison, I'm on the level 4 yard, 180 maximum security yard in prison. I'm in Calipatria. We call it Killer Pack. Over there, nigga, it's no hands-on policy. So that means if you got an issue with a nigga, you gonna stab him in the neck. You know what I mean? So it's like, it depends on the nigga's experience. Because a nigga could land on the level 1 yard and they got keys. No, they don't even got cells. On the level 2, they got keys to their cell. So his prison experience could have been a little bit different. You know what I mean? And then thrown in the factor as far as like, what race are you too? Because to keep it 100, being black, we got it the worst. I'm gonna just keep it 100 because in California, everything is gangbang and everything is racial tension. But as a black person in a California prison, you have all the races against you because the whites go with the Hispanics, they click up together with the whites, everybody goes with them. Us, it's just us. And then black people, we don't have no rules and regulations when it comes to gangbanging. We just gangbang. So it's like, if you from here and you got an enemy from over there, nigga, we don't have no rules to where it's like, nah, we don't, you know what I mean? They have certain rules, they have certain structures that's laid up, that's set down. It's like, if you come in here and you're a Hispanic from a certain gang and you got an enemy from a certain gang, you can't even, like, all that shit is left on the streets. That's their politics. And it's the same thing with white people if you're from like a white gang, you know what I mean, like a Peckerwood gang. It's the same thing. So us, we not only fighting the other races, we're fighting ourselves too. So like it just depends on, everybody's experience is different to keep it 100. Like it just depends on like what prisons you was at and like what yards and what facilities, and like all that makes a big difference. Because like when I hear motherfuckers talk about like lower level yards, I don't even like really acknowledge that shit to me, because my whole lifestyle was just like, nigga, it was warfare. Like even in YA, I don't know if y'all heard about Youth Authority. Like I'm in the maximum security yards in Youth Authority, and Youth Authority is like the most turned up as shit I've ever been in my life. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, YA, you gonna fight every single day. And it's like, you might be walking to medical and you got 30 niggas hopping the fence on you, running up on you. Like, that's your life every day for X amount of years. So it's like every nigga experience is different.
Do you find time to, because you've been on the highest level yard and seen what you've seen, to speak to people, to encourage different choices, you know, because you know, obviously that's like the stereotypical thing. When you get out, you're supposed to speak to people and make sure they don't make the same mistakes. But as cliche as it sounds, it's almost like a responsibility that I think people that go through it have. So do you find, I mean, obviously in some of your music you still talk about street life and street culture, but sometimes people are not able to separate the message in music versus message in real life. So do you take it upon yourself to try to still give a positive message, even though you talk about the life that you've been through, to keep people out of the situation you've been in?
Like, since I've been out, my message has been positive. Now, like in my music, some of my music, like you said, I do talk about the street shit, but like I just tell niggas the real of what I was going through at those moments. So I might write a song, I might make a song. The song might be about fucking some shit years ago. I might be talking about when I was in the shoe, when I was in the hole. I might be talking about when I was 12 years old, out there going to school with pistols, you know what I mean, nigga, with nigga pounds and coke and shit on me. Like it just depends. But like me, I definitely been an advocate for like positivity since I came out. Like me, I don't really fuck with gang banging. Like I'm from where I'm from. That's why I tell niggas like I'm from where I'm from. I'm always gonna be where I'm from. Like, and that's mandatory. Like, I'm not one of these dudes. I'm not no clown nigga PC. I'm not no nigga that's not good in my section. Like, I'm a general, a honcho. But like, we don't promote no negativity. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm gonna tell niggas the real. Because the same nigga that you gonna kill, nigga, that you trying to kill, you gonna go to prison and that's gonna be your cellie. And that nigga might be the nigga that'll save your life. You know what I mean? And that nigga become your best friend on the yard. And that's just what it is. And it's like nowadays, I don't even see gang banging as gang banging. Like to me, gang banging, if you a real life gang banger or gang banger, like I'm a gang member. That means I'm just from where I'm from. I'm not actively gang banging. If you're a gang banger, nigga, that means you gonna kill your enemy, you gonna go to prison, you gonna get life, point blank. Like there's no in between to me. Like there's no gray area. So it's like a lot of this shit nowadays, I just look at like a lot of niggas as, most niggas just have identity crisis. Like they really just wanna follow behind somebody because a lack of men in the household, a lack of whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe a nigga just want attention, but most people that's gang banging now, like, niggas just don't have their own identity. And it's like, I don't understand why you like I tell niggas now, like, why would you want to be associated with a group of unloyal, bitch, snitch, fucking pedophile ass niggas, to keep it 100? Because that's what is infested in all these hoods. Every nigga hood. My hood, anybody's hood, like everybody's hood. I'm gonna just keep it all the way 100. Yo, big homies are pedophiles. They fuck with 15, 16, 17, 14-year-old little girls. Why are you a 40-year-old man running around with a boy that's 16 years old in general? Nigga, that's out. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 24. You'll never catch me with a 15-year-old unless it's just at a setting, you know what I mean? But like you thugging, running around, like, nigga, that's pedophile activity to me. That's out. Niggas is unloyal. The same niggas that, you know what I mean, you gonna risk your life for, and that you gonna say, fuck your mama to, you know what I mean, to go help them rather than help your mama. Them's gonna be the same niggas that's not gonna give your mama no money, that's not gonna check out on your mama, not gonna put no money on your books, not gonna go to a court date, that's gonna dirty mac you to try to fuck your bitch, nigga, all that. So you dealing with a population of unloyal ass niggas, and then the same niggas that try to preach like this hard shit, go to jail and roll it up, do some PC ass shit, probably done snitched on the gang of niggas, or, you know, get on, just do all type of just fabricated clown shit. So I really don't, like, niggas don't know the real. It's like in prison, on them level 4 yards, nigga, we all solid. Like that's where the solid, like every nigga on these yards are solid. Like you can't, like, if you go up on the level 4 yard, nigga, and you a sheep, you gonna get weeded out fast.
So that makes you move differently now that being a free man. Do you look at the music business any way similar or any like comparison, or do you completely separate it now that you moved into something that's not that, you know, like it's you're focused on the business and the music and you're not in the streets?
The music industry is it's all entertainment. So that's one thing that, like, a lot of people gotta realize. Once you getting into the music industry, you gotta realize you're getting into the entertainment industry.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, this is the entertainment industry. You gotta know how to entertain. So a lot of niggas think that, like, I know a lot of people get discouraged because they get in the music industry and they see a lot of niggas doing a lot of, like, gay shit. Gay shit, not saying like homosexual activities. We're not bashing gays or nothing. Like, whatever you do is between you. When I say gay shit, I mean like weirdo, strange shit. Like a lot of dudes will tap in with you and say like, oh, they fuck with you, this or that, we trying to do this. When it's time to do something, you can never get a hold of a nigga.
But in person, they telling you that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. In person, niggas dick ride, niggas is this,
so they
niggas
can feel safe. I feel like that's why they do it. They do that so that they could maneuver throughout the room. Yeah, they promise collabs and videos. And
then a lot of niggas, I feel like a lot of niggas, like, especially like with me, because I had every nigga like that you could possibly think of tap in with me, to like mainstream niggas, not even just West Coast niggas, like to mainstream niggas. And it's like, when I first got out, like I said, my mind was mentally elsewhere. So I was on some like, I gotta get my mind right. Then I was really like, you know, to be honest, I was like, fuck niggas. I got more money than niggas, and niggas is soft. That's just how I was feeling, like, to keep it 100 when I first got out of prison. It's like, I got more money than you anyway. So it's like, you know, I don't have to fuck with nobody.
That's
but
not
like,
the mentality to have.
I know, but that's the mentality I was having.
Yeah.
Now it's not that. Like I'm understanding, but now I'm really taking the music serious. Like, because my mind's right now.
Let me ask you, not to cut you off. Let me ask you, what's the best part about being an LA rapper? And then like, what's the worst part about what comes with being an LA rapper?
One, I'm not from LA.
Oh, what? Cali rapper.
Yeah, Cali. No, it's good. It's good. Honestly, I'd say the worst part is like you get thrown into categories with like gang banging. A lot of motherfuckers don't want to fuck with niggas because it's like, okay, what hood is this nigga from? What is this?
First,
like, you know what I mean? And it's like, even to the point
As a negative, being like a negative thing.
Yeah, that's a negative, definitely, because a lot of niggas put that gang banging first, and it stops the business. So you're not able to actually handle business.
Most do.
You know what I mean? And then it even got to a point to where like niggas that aren't even from nowhere, just because they fuck with niggas from over here, like they, like, you know what I mean? They did a song with a nigga, Wooty Whoop or Wooty Whoop, and they might be from over here, and it's like, I can't fuck with you because you from over here. But it's like, wait, you don't even gang bang.
Yeah, they try to put media people in there. If I sit down and do an interview with this rapper from over here, they be mad at me for the next week. I'm doing an interview with a rapper from over here. I don't give a fuck.
I be seeing that shit, and like that's
association.
Clown, but that's clown shit to me. How could you try to abide an individual that never signed up for those rules and those regulations to them? Like, niggas are civilians.
That part.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's clown shit. Like, bro, like that's just weird to me. Like, and I see niggas do that in the media space all the time. Like,
it's weird. I agree.
How do you feel, just media space, since we're in the media space, before we get into some of our topics, how do you feel about all publicity being good publicity? Or like, are you one of those people where it's like, shit, if you're talking about me, I'm winning, I don't give a fuck you talking about me? Or are you like now weary because of your past, of what you associate with, of what ties to your name? You know what I mean? Like, do you think differently about shit like that?
You definitely, I believe,
like being in media, like get bad media coverage?
You definitely want to protect the brand. Like, whatever your brand is, you want to protect that. But like, if you popping enough, niggas is gonna say whatever to keep it 100. Like,
can't control
niggas is gonna say whatever, and you should kind of look at it as like, nigga, you winning, because obviously you're popping enough for niggas to even take the time out of their day to even speak on this or say this or come up whatever niggas.
So to a certain extent, like, as long as they talking about you, you're doing something right.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
My last question would be, do you feel like the West Coast platforms and podcasts talk about the music enough, or do they keep the topics on gossip stuff and the XYZ?
I definitely feel like niggas worry about too much. As of right now, for California, I feel like niggas worry strictly on the gossip with the game banging. Like, niggas is trying to,
it's a big topic.
Is trying to like, oh, okay, this nigga's from over here. Let's bring this nigga over here. Let's have this nigga say a whole bunch of police shit. You know, like dissing niggas and shit. Then we gonna get the same niggas that he just dissed. Like, niggas is where, like,
messy
niggas ain't
media.
even worried about the music.
Barely
And I feel
talking
like,
about it.
I feel like the industry is at that point right now in general, like as a whole, but more so as the West Coast, like, niggas is solely trying to, like, stir up tension.
Focus on gossip.
Yeah,
I
gossip
agree
for
wholeheartedly.
Over the music.
I agree.
Which is why he has his
It's like
platform.
niggas don't even care. Like, niggas don't even care about your music nowadays. That's why you see a lot of niggas, like, that's why I tell a lot of people, like, a lot of niggas, they come and they get cracking off of, like, their gang. Like, you didn't get cracking off of your music.
Yeah.
You got cracking off of because you're a rap nigga from this gang.
The voice
They
of
know
that
what
voice
set
of
you
that
from,
section.
but they can't
You know
name
what I
5
mean?
songs.
You know what I mean?
It's backwards.
Literally.
So you were talking about when you came out. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead, brother.
You said when you came out that you were making sure that you weren't putting your energy back into any gang banging type shit.
Yeah,
and
nothing
it was really
negative.
towards the music.
Nothing negative.
I watched an interview you talked about. You came out of jail to $1 million in cash, $3 million in cars. What made you say, you know what, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna keep pushing towards what I want to do rather than I'm gonna take this money, go flex in the hood with all these cars and just get into some bullshit?
The hood is like a nigga been there and done that. I tell niggas like this, like, boom. I was just on the phone, like earlier today. I'm on the phone with one of my older homies that's still in prison. He's in High Desert. He got life without parole. He don't got a date. And like I tell, like some of my homies that's trying to like convert to some positive shit. It's like, my nigga, money is not in the hood. Look, everybody likes mansions, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody likes mansions. Nigga, you can't buy no fucking 15,000 square feet home, nigga, with a glass house with a big ass pool mansion in your hood. Mm-mm. So why the fuck would I want to be in the hood? Nigga, you don't see Bentleys and Benzes and maybe a little bullshit, but you don't see Bentleys and Roses and Lambos in the hood. You know what I mean? So it's like, all of that shit, I've been, lived it, and I've done it. And I'm a nigga to where it's like, when I get into something, nigga, I'ma go at it full-fledged, I'ma conquer it, then it's like, all right, I'm on to the next. It's like a broad. Nigga, you chase that bad bitch down, nigga, you knock her, you get whatever you want out of her, and it's like, all right, to the next one.
Yeah.
And it's like, with the game banging, I already reached the highest level you could possibly reach. Nigga, I've already, you know what I mean, not glorifying game banging or nothing in any way, but it's like, you know what I mean, I done already been convicted for certain things.
Nothing else to attain out of that. Yeah,
I done already held it down with a life sentence. You know what I mean? Like, I am the poster child, nigga. I am the statue for game banging. You do what you do for your hood. You go to prison. You get life. You hold it down, nigga. You're a statue, nigga. You're a Grammy at that point. I've already done that.
Yeah,
I've done that, nigga. God let me go, die, resurrect, come back like Jesus, and now I'm on some other shit. So it's like, me, nigga, I'm a businessman. Nigga, me and my brother, that's like that's the nigga that we behind everything like with money and all our businesses and shit. Nigga, all we care about is money.
You don't care about the people that say, "Oh, that nigga don't ever come back to the hood." You don't care if people say that shit. You don't come back to the hood and all that.
We don't give a fuck about none of that because we got security in ourselves as men.
There you go.
I'm a grown ass man.
There you go.
You know, like, don't nobody care about nobody else's opinion. If you, like, a lot of niggas, and that's why you see a lot of, like, rap niggas crashing themselves because a nigga might grow up in this area and you're really from there, and the nigga's trying to prove to the audience that he's like, nigga, we know you from there. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know you grew up in this life. I don't have to prove nothing. Like, niggas just aren't secure with themselves. Yeah. Like, we don't care about none of that. Like, I pull up to the hood in a Maybach and Bentleys and inspire the homies and speak some positive shit and tell niggas like, nigga, that shit is out. Nigga, you niggas is 40, 50, nigga off EBT and welfare. Nigga, we ain't fucking with that. Like, everybody has to start at a certain point to level up. But it's like, nigga, that shit is out.
Right. Eventually you gotta get over it.
So it's like, nigga, I came home on a whole nother level, bro. Like, literally. Like, as soon as when I walked out the gates, nigga, my first 2 seconds, nigga, my brother gave me 200 racks, nigga, cash, nigga. I hopped into a Bentley with no license. Nigga, no license. Nigga, my first 2 seconds. Nigga, we recorded everything. Nigga, we put up with, nigga, Rolls Royces, and Bentleys.
It's a hell of a way to come home, man. They brought you home like in a deserving fashion, it sounds like. It's definitely fair to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, man, yeah, it's definitely dope, man. We definitely good to get some background info on you, brother, man. You look like you've had a hell of a life, been through a lot of shit, and obviously we wishing you the best with everything in the future. And before we get into all this stuff, for fair to say, it is sponsored by Underdog, as y'all know. Turn your takes into cash on Underdog by picking higher or lower on your favorite player's stats. We'll be making a couple picks later on in the stream. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California and Texas. So make sure you're supporting this show by hitting the link in the description and in the chat and downloading Underdog. So make sure you sign up now, deposit using that promo code FMW to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. I'm on Underdog heavy, man. Basketball season back. You a sports fan?
I used to be big into basketball. Now I'm just a me fan.
Yeah.
Respect.
This nigga said I'm all about me.
Yeah, I'm just a me fan. Like whatever I got going on, I'm my biggest.
You don't
fan.
got nothing in your free time, in your spare time that you fuck with other than.
Man, I'm thinking about 100 million.
I feel you, shit. Mind
I
on the
don't
money.
got nothing else to think about.
Mind on the money.
I'm thinking about an empire. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
literally, nigga. I'm just like a nigga young, a nigga 24. You sit down right now, like most people will tell you, like your younger years, your 20s, like fuck those off. Those don't even matter. Like everybody, like nigga, that's the stupidest shit. It's like a tree. The most important part of the tree is the stump. Nigga, the younger years when it was growing up. If you had a weak stump, nigga, if your younger years was weak, nigga, it's setting you up for failure in your older years. Now you could definitely, you could get on your shit when you older. It's never too late anytime. But it's like, why not dedicate a decade right now?
Right now. Sacrifice now for the greater good
and
later.
Get it out the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you can move on to the next thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
No, that's definitely straight on, right on point. Right on
We
point.
got some do we care topics. That's where we at.
Yeah, that's where we at, man. Let's go with this one. Caribou speaks on her On the Radar freestyle verse. I don't know what she said about it, but I'm
check it
assuming
out.
it has something to do with the ghostwriting help from Yachty.
Yeah, she was doing an interview with DDG. I believe it posted today, and questions were asked about her On the Radar verse.
Because Yachty claims he wrote it.
He for sure did.
Trying to figure out why the sound's not coming
No
out.
sound right now. So she was saying what that.
That basically no one's ever written a verse for her, and that was cap, and people have written verse for Yachty. Yachty then responded with no one's ever written a verse for me.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I commented on that. That's funny.
Obviously, Yachty has sent in his reference track of her On the Radar verse.
Okay.
Do you find issues with people receiving help with their music?
Hell nah. It's a business. That's what people gotta realize. Like your top artists in the world, most of them do not write nothing that you listen to, like your favorite songs. Like I used to be very, very strong on that. Like, nigga don't write his raps. Nigga, we don't fuck with that. Like, you a clown. But it's like now that I'm understanding business, more just business in general, not just the music business. It's like, why not? Especially once you reach a certain status of like stardom, nigga, you might not even have time to write the raps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there's people that eat, drink, and sleep, nigga, nothing but writing. Like writers to the core, to where it's like, nigga, you might be able to tell them a topic and they come up with something cold, but vocally they won't be able to lay it down like you. Like I seen something that the nigga Chris Brown said. He was like, yeah, I might not write it, but won't no nigga be able to sing it how I sing it.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, I might not write the verse. Not saying he don't write all his music, because I think he writes a lot of his music. But he said himself, I might not write it, but who gonna sing it like how I sing it? So it's like, who gonna deliver it how I deliver it? So I don't see nothing wrong.
Even as a rapper, you don't feel like to the core, like even as a rapper. But I think the problem is, as an MC, it's always been looked at like a competitive battle sport. And if you're a rapper or MC, you want to be ranked or you want to be labeled as the best. And a lot of people have a problem with calling you the best if you're not the one who comes up with the thoughts behind the pen. So I think a lot of people discredit hip hop artists to like the MCs. Like, we can't respect you as a rapper if you ain't pinning your bars.
But I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference between like an MC and a rapper.
Yeah,
you know
okay.
what I mean? Like,
that's a good point.
Nowadays, rap is in a totally different space. You feel me? Like,
do you agree with that?
Niggas like Playboy Cardi still identify as a rapper, and he on some like rock star other shit now. Like, he still make rap music. He just dropped some new shit that's like rap. He sound like Future to me, exactly like Future.
On the MC and rapper tip, I agree with you fundamentally. I just feel like there's two sorts of MCs. There's MC as in what it was originally was, master of ceremony. So as long as you can give a good vibe and control the crowd and keep the crowd engaged, you are technically MCing. But then there's the MC There's a gentleman from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 named Melly Mel. Mac Wop didn't know who that was. He's a hip hop personality with a mic. Didn't know who Melly Mel was. Melly Mel was the first original MC because he told a story on a record called The Message. And so any rapper with a story or storyline or any conscious lyrics comes from Melly Mel's family tree. So it's two types of MCs, but there is a difference between an MC and a rapper. Because to me, nowadays, people just rap to make money or get clicks, XYZ. If you're an MC, you have like a real disposition.
Yeah.
You really got something to get off your chest. That's how I look at it.
Because if you got like, going back to like the topic that we were saying with like, as far as is niggas focusing on the music or like the other shit, like the gossip, it's like, nigga, if you got a good enough team and a good enough vision, and like, nigga, you could just run antics all day. Like, bro, there's niggas that's fucking up the rap game to keep it 100 on pure antics.
Yeah.
Like, nigga don't even gotta rap. Like, nigga rap and say a couple of words, but like, nigga just off of
the viral shit.
It's more than just the music.
Shit.
Yeah. Like the nigga Blueface. Like Blueface, obviously when he started off, that nigga was going crazy with the rap shit. Like he was going crazy. But it's like he mastered the entertainment side.
Being relevant
So
without
like,
projects.
Instagram
he
shit.
mastered, and it's like every nigga needs to study that. Like that nigga got a blueprint. Like that needs to be studied because it's like if you could master that shit without even having to come really with no music or relatively good music or whatever, nigga, you winning. But if you but if you master the entertainment plus the music,
that's what I would say. I would say both, and don't prioritize that. That's plan B. That's step two.
Yeah.
One, the music got to be right because no matter how much buzz or how often you see Blueface on your phone, ain't no award show best new artist, rapper of the year ever going in him. You get what I'm saying? So I would want both. I would want the critical acclaim and the respect hip hop wise, but also to be viral and be all over the timeline. In closing, in regards to how do you say Caribou?
Yeah, Caribou.
You guys already know my disposition on this, especially when it comes to female rappers. I can't name one that didn't have a ghostwriter. Latif, Light, LL Cool J wrote her verse on Self Destruction. Big Daddy Kane wrote for Roxanne Shante. Ice Cube wrote for Yo-Yo. J.N. Nas for Foxy, even though she denies it. But if you check the credits on Il Nana, it says Sean Carter. So Biggie for Kim, Trick Daddy, and Rick Ross for Trina. The list goes on
Anybody
and on
for Nicki?
and on. Safari has some allegations, but it's not proven, so I won't say that. But
So there's nothing proven for Nicki that she don't pen her own bars.
Safari has said it, but
wrote some of the records, dog.
there's no
I'm not denying, I'm just
there's
saying
no credits. He
no
wasn't
credits.
credited.
Gotcha.
But he did say
I
he
think
wrote
she
it.
definitely write a lot of her shit, but she's definitely getting songs.
I think them pop songs she
I don't
probably
think
didn't
there-
write, but her bars, I don't think she's letting nobody
at
write her
her
bars.
level that ain't had nobody write a song.
Lauryn Hill had ghostwriters that sued her.
I don't think-
5 writers came forward and sued Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, I don't think nobody's penning
I
Nicki
don't
bars.
think
Maybe
there's
Eve.
nobody at that
I think
level.
Eve is the only female rapper
I
that
could agree
never
with that.
had
I could agree with that,
ghostwriter
for sure.
allegations. I've never seen nothing on her name about having a ghostwriter. Obviously, we know Partisan Fontaine for Cardi B.
Yeah.
But and then Yachty for City Girls.
Yeah.
So, like I said, to me, that's just even Salt and Pepper. Everybody, that's just what it is. They had writers, and I feel like it made them better. It made the music better.
100%,
So, I don't.
So you don't care?
No, I feel like she should keep it a buck. If he really did write the freestyle, she should keep it a buck, and that's not gonna make people say, "Oh, I'm not gonna listen to you," because every
Because I don't think I don't nobody looking at her like an MC anyway for it to care.
The nigga Future wrote the one song for Beyonce.
Drunken Love.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just like
Future wrote Drunken Love.
yeah.
I believe so.
It sound like him singing on that drum.
Migos have written for her before too.
I can see him
Future
singing
wrote
that.
Drunken Love.
Damn. Like,
But and
not
then
with the
you
real
gotta-
Beyonce lyrics, but like Drunken
you can
Love
hear
as a song off the juice.
Oh, he should
like,
drop his
sound
own
like
verse.
that
Future.
would sound
Where's
crazy
the
as a
reference track? I want to hear the reference track. That probably
That's
sounds
probably-
crazy.
that shit probably
That shit
sound
probably go crazy.
hard.
You got to leak that.
Yeah.
That's probably fire. No, for real.
All right, what's next? Do we
All right, let's
care?
move on to the next last Do We Care. Charleston White has been in the news. He said he felt hurt when people were celebrating his death after the rumors of him getting shot in Chicago. I guess there was a 911 call in saying someone with that name was shot outside of a hospital, I believe.
It's a common name, I would assume.
Yeah. definitely.
Obviously said, so the bullet point here we want to ask is
No pun
even though,
intended.
no bullet point, that's not traumatizing to you still? So even though he's very controversial and some people hate and love him for the shit that he says, is it wrong to laugh and speak on someone in a like a happy tone after you hear reports of them passing? Like, is it Is there still some type of morality we should have as humans to the point where we don't laugh at him? Or is it, man, you made your bed, you lie in it?
It was people roasting Kevin Samuels after he died because of the stuff he spewed online and how it offended so many people. So I've seen social media figures, because that's how I look at Charleston White.
Right.
I don't really know another profession other than like a social media influencer. I've seen many influencers, controversial influencers like him, not even just related to death. When anything bad happens to them, people cheer, people are happy. So I'm surprised that he's surprised
That would happen?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, he would think, with his I don't give a fuck attitude, you would think he wouldn't.
I would definitely say, like, if you a nigga that's all you do is antagonize motherfuckers, like on the internet, not saying that's what he do, because I just see that nigga going viral. I don't be, like, clicking on this shit, though. But, like, if you a nigga, like, because you know them certain niggas to where all they do is attack niggas. Like,
Trolls.
nigga over, yeah. If you one of them type of niggas, hey, my nigga, it just is what it is.
Whatever you got
not
coming
saying
to
that you. Not saying that you clown a motherfucker, because I don't believe in clown. Like, it just is what it is. Like, but
don't feel no way about it. But
yeah,
you don't think it's out of pocket to glorify or to be happy outwardly about that. Like, still, even though
publicly, yeah,
it's like
publicly, yeah.
I don't think so. Historically, look at Coliseum fights. One of them will die and one of them will live, and everybody will stand up and cheer at the end of it. So historically, humans have always
died in the cave, yeah.
Celebrated death.
And that was a gloriful death. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. What were you saying, Six?
Nah, I lost my train of thought.
My fault.
No, you did.
Yes, he shouldn't be hurt. I mean, like you said, he's pretty much asking people to come get him. So
Do
he
you
be
think,
literally telling people, "Come get me, nigga."
do you think any of this is gonna change Charleston White's movement and how he speaks? Because I mean, there's been multiple artists passing away, gang members passing away, where Charleston White's like, nah, fuck you, you the devil, and you deserve to die, and this, that, you in hell's doing this, that, and the other.
No.
Nah, I think he one of them niggas to where, like, he gotta feel it. He gonna pop it until he
in the ground,
until he in that grave.
Yeah.
Because even if he get
his ass whooped, he's still gonna,
even if a nigga get hurt, he gonna come back and pop it even more.
He's one of those. Yeah, that's just Charleston White. If you follow that type of content, cool. Otherwise, you can always mute the name, block the name, and keep it pushing. Me personally, I don't pay too much attention to the shit he be talking about. It'd be crazy.
A lot of that shit just be comical.
Is that a name you have blocked on your social shit?
No, I don't really have no names blocked, but I would if I wasn't in this realm.
How do you do that? Because I got a block Tyler.
Like when you go on Twitter, you just mute the word.
Oh, okay.
You got what I'm saying? But if I wasn't in this realm, I would. If I was like a normal person,
you gotta be in tune with everything. And
I'll
that's what
come
I
to
tell
work
niggas.
and Charleston White to be a topic, especially where I used to like that. That's for sure a common name that we got a pod about. So I don't do it now.
White T, you said that you don't pay attention to too much like outside influences. You kind of focus on yourself. What's something
as far as like music, definitely.
Okay.
Music,
so just social space, you pay attention to that shit.
I see. Yeah, I'm definitely in tune. A nigga don't see everything. You can't catch everything, but I'm definitely in tune for sure. Like you have to.
After 8 years, when you came out, what was something where you were like, y'all niggas like this shit? Like this ain't weird.
What year did you get out?
2023.
Oh, so just okay. You said a year. That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of shit was different from 2015.
Yeah, to 2023.
So what was you saying, Six? What was what changed?
Like what was something that like just threw you completely that people were like all in on?
I ain't gonna lie, nigga. The game banging, podcasting, politic on like, bro, that was crazy. I ain't.
It's a whole new different thing.
We in a totally different world. Like even like, cause when I was in prison, you know, nigga booming, we got all the phones, we got all this shit. But it's like we're still detached. Like we didn't, like nigga, I wasn't even like up to date with like podcasts and all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, nigga, when I came home, I'm like, damn, niggas is doing this? Like, niggas is like, you basically in the interrogation room right now.
Sitting
like,
on camera, talking about all this street stuff that don't got nothing to do with nobody.
And I'm
none
nigga,
of our business.
Literally, and I'm a nigga, it's like, I'll never even say where I'm from on camera.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
They telling you what's going on.
Bro, like a nigga would be like, oh, the homie from Wooty Whoop, this happened, and niggas done slid on the Wooty Whoops. We ain't gonna say too much, but just know a nigga got chipped. Like, what?
You talking way too much. Giving hints.
Niggas is federal. Niggas is federal. Like, any nigga that come and talk gang politics is a federal informant to me. Like, that's just clown nigga. Like, That's the most craziest. I'm like, damn, niggas do like, yeah.
As a civilian nigga, I turn this shit off, bro. I won't even cap. Like when podcasts like that and interviews like that pop up and it's about some strictly street shit, as a nigga that be on the sidewalk, a sidewalk nigga, that shit don't even interest me, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Nigga,
like I
it
want to
don't
see some
interest me
rapper
either.
shit.
But y'all be
Yeah.
surprised. I'm just gonna
feel
say
you.
on the contrary, you know, y'all being from California, me not being from California, growing up my whole life, gang culture and West Side, West Coast politics is entertainment just in itself. Niggas, where they from, y'all graffiti, what you throw up with your hands, what colors allowed,
Where you
what
from
hat.
originally?
Born and raised in Illinois, but I
Okay.
spent about 9 years in Texas,
Okay.
Dallas and Houston. So, but growing up, I just looked at California like the place to be.
Yeah,
It
I know
was
what you
just
mean.
interesting.
Yeah.
Like I said, gang culture was just, it's interesting to people that are not able to see it or were not able to just touch it as close
Yeah,
as
yeah,
we
yeah,
are now.
yeah.
So
I understand that perspective, but having lost friends to the streets, having
touchy,
family members that's locked up, it's like, to me, it's nothing exciting about it.
Yeah, at
It's
all.
dreadful, and it just bring a bad. I have more bad memories associated with the streets.
Nigga, I don't even
than
like
positive.
to
yeah,
talk
being from
about,
here, I could imagine that. Yeah.
bro, like a nigga don't even like to speak on anything gangbang. That shit just, it's like now it's like getting to like being a trigger. Like, man,
Kill the mood,
nigga, like,
everything,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like, man, nigga gotta bring up some gangbang.
Tired of asking them questions
Like,
and
yeah,
shit.
don't even like, for real.
Well, certain platforms you might want to be careful talking about X, Y,
Yeah,
Z.
where
What's next though?
Yeah, scroll up 6. I think we got a few hot topics. All right, cool. This is definitely a good topic to come up and maybe get your input on this topic. Young Thug's YSL case is getting closer to a mistrial. Let's see if there's some more context on it. Obviously, we know he's been going through it for forever.
How long he been in now? Like what, a year?
This is over a year.
Like 2?
2022, he went in, I believe, right?
Oh, that nigga went in 2022.
Yeah, he's been in it for a minute.
I just know it's been over a year because we've been talking about this shit.
Was it 20? I
over a
don't
year.
think it was
Could have
2023.
been 2023.
So there was the long-running trial had a dramatic moment when the new judge, Paige Reese Whitaker, said she would consider a mistrial without prejudice, meaning the trial would end, but the state has the option to begin the case again, which obviously that wouldn't happen. So a mistrial would pretty much essentially throw out everything and free Thug.
Nah, they get 3 times.
3
Yeah, I
times
was
to
about
try
to say,
you.
why did you
get
say?
3 times.
Because it's a
Why did you
state
say
case,
it
right?
wouldn't?
It says without prejudice. So if they
yeah.
declare a mistrial with prejudice,
You
it's
can't
over with.
refile it.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay.
But they can go and get him again. They see the
Try
better
him again.
case.
So then
But-
there
Right.
would be a third judge because she's the second judge on this case, right?
She is
Yeah.
the third judge.
So
if
there
you
will
recall,
be a
there's the
fourth
black guy.
with the dog.
Then there's a black woman.
Lady, and she stepped down
and
right
she
away.
was involved with somebody who was affiliated
I
with
remember
YSL,
that now.
and now it's her.
Yeah.
And so they also just had another a younger YSL member take the stand today.
I seen that.
I guess you describe it as half-step snitching,
What?
where it's like he want to tell, but he don't really want to tell, but he want to tell.
He don't want to be in contempt. He don't want to go back to jail, but he teetering on what he said
And so
in his statement.
I think at this point, like, hopefully this is the judge who's like, all right, this is just ugly altogether, and I don't want this on my record as being the one who fucked this up.
Not
Listen-
too.
go ahead.
I was gonna say not too intrusive. In your situation, where do you have any co-defendants, or were you by
Nah.
yourself?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
So in this type of situation, when you look at something like this, how do you feel about? I don't know if it led off your question or not. 6, I apologize. How do you feel about like these people that are his friends that make a statement and then coming up now you want to recant it? Is that respected in
all
the
that
jail?
shit-
Like
nigga, all
as a
that
way
shit
out?
Out.
So you
All
from
that
jump,
shit-
your initial statement,
all
you
that
snitched.
shit
So all the
out.
shit you trying to do now don't
Nigga,
matter.
you land on that yard, nigga, we gonna get you up out of there. It's all that shit is out.
So you
like, and
stand
then
on it.
even like with the plea deal type shit. Like, I don't know too much about it, like about exactly what certain niggas who took plea deals, but I did hear something about niggas had to say that YSL was a criminal organization, they were part of a criminal organization, and they were committing crimes. Nigga, that's out. Now, if you took a plea deal and you was just on some like, okay, I committed myself. I committed certain crimes. I did this and spoke nothing on no organization or no other nigga, then that's smooth. But nigga, you taking a plea deal and you're basically just saying everything that they're accusing me for
In
is
exchange,
true.
yeah.
Because you
Implicating
just
others.
like you literally
Because they got
just
it in the
said-
statement first, and then they ask you to come back to court because you have to say it on the stand.
Yeah.
So what's happening now is they're giving the statement, snitching, coming back to the
Literally.
stand, and accepting contempt, and want to take a couple years in jail for lying on the stand now. But when you land back in jail, they gonna look at
Nigga,
you like a
that
snitch
shit-
still.
Yeah, but these niggas being PC, fool. Like, these niggas don't be on the main line. These niggas do not, like, no, bro. These niggas is like, I don't know about thugs specifically, but like a lot of these niggas, man, these niggas be fat. These niggas do not be on the main line. These
Scroll down a
niggas-
little bit, 6. My bad.
These niggas being PC or they being ASEG they whole time. And ASEG is like pretty much like the whole. Like, you separated the whole time. These niggas do not be trying to hit no main line.
So I mean, at this point where everybody's still been saying free Thug, and it's coming up close where it could be a mistrial. I guess we just wait and see what happens, man.
I mean,
all we can do.
it's been 2 years, and like
When did he go in?
he went in on what's the exact date? He was arrested on May 9th of 2022.
2022.
Oh, so you were
So
right.
it's like,
Okay.
I mean, you got a right to a fair and speedy trial. I feel like it's been anything
Two
but
Two and a
that.
half
years
years
is
is not
Yeah, but
crazy.
niggas be bro, niggas be fighting trials, nigga. But nigga, and he's fighting RICO.
Yeah.
You know, niggas be sitting down fighting murder cases and shit, nigga, 5, 6,
Before
7
they
years.
even get to the court case.
Niggas 5, 6, 7 years. Like, from what I know from my experiences, most niggas that did like a speedy trial with serious cases, like it would take like 2-3 years. And that's a speedy trial. Because regardless, they gonna try to get as much time as possible as they can. So they gonna wanna prolong, nigga, you fighting your case. So even if you, okay, boom, we're going to speedy trial. Nigga, they still gonna try to stretch you for 2 years, 3 years. If you got something real serious, because if they know you could beat it, okay, we
They're
got
gonna
you
get
for
some
3
time.
years.
Yeah, at least you did some time,
Yeah,
sir.
nigga, we got you for 3 years while you was waiting.
Man, that's cold. That's cold.
And I don't even know, is there some type of like get back on that, nigga? Could you get back on that?
Like sue?
You could do a civil suit
Yeah.
afterwards. So if
Sue the state?
this
Yeah,
was
like
with
if-
prejudice and he can't be tried again, he could have a civil suit and be like, I was locked up
Sue the state.
wrongly.
You took all this money out of my pockets,
I
millions and
lost all
millions
this
of
money.
dollars
I
on
had this
tour.
trauma go on.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they'll re-pursue him again if he does get it. If it is a mistrial, I think that'll be it. All right, let's see. We got another hot topic. Absol gives Rhapsody her flowers on stage in Los Angeles as one of the illest MCs ever. What other artists do you feel have yet to receive their flowers?
Rhapsody is definitely underrated. As we were speaking a few weeks ago, I forgot who was at that table. It was the cast,
Yeah.
right? The regular cast.
Yeah.
We had a conversation about it was with Sleek Johnson when he was
Yeah.
a guest. We had a conversation about that archetype of female rappers, like a more conscious, not sexually driven female rapper, not getting the same attention, label support, media support, or even just streams as a sexual female rapper. And Rhapsody hella slept on. She has a project, I believe it's called like Eve, and she has like Queen Latifah on there and all these different female rappers. She has a song with MC Light, and she just she really gave it up bars wise. But I will say, I would like to see some more. And again, I'm giving Rhapsody her flowers too, but I do want to see some like a catchy single.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Because
I feel
even at
you.
one point, Kanye was a book pack rapper, but he still can make a catchy single. There's still Common used to make catchy
Cole.
singles. Cole is an example of that. So I still put the opus on the artist as far as you're not receiving your flowers because you're not necessarily putting yourself in a position to receive them. And a hit
I
record
respect
would
that.
change that.
Would help.
I
would help.
respect that.
Yeah.
But
And
you
I
don't
feel
believe in
like
staying true to yourself?
A lot of artists that do that super conscious rap, I feel like they fall too deep into that. Like exactly what you say.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
At least try to come with one song or two. Like
Lupe.
gotta come with that catchy shit. Yeah.
Yep. You gotta find that one hit record or 2 hit records to really make people even think about you. Because out of sight, out of mind. At the same time.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Let's see. We got another one. Academic says T.I.'s son needs to catch a body in order to fulfill his lifelong dream of being a gangster. So King
I
has been
agree.
King has been in the
Shit.
news lately, as always, but he was just arrested for a failure to appear or something, I believe. Obviously, with the history of T.I.'s past
What
and
he had
things
like
like
a gun
that.
case or something?
I think it was a traffic incident.
It was something.
It was something dumb. It wasn't like no He on the run, like this type
And I be
shit.
seeing that nigga like with guns and all that type of shit.
Yeah, and that's what makes me wonder, like with T.I. knowing his history and his past with the streets and the guns, and it's just like the question is there anything that Tip can do in order to like deter his son from making those mistakes or going down that path of potential destruction for his career? Because like honestly, if now that I think about it, King is like the only child who really doesn't have a talent that they're growing. Like his other sons are musicians, they're focusing on
King
their
The other
raps.
one
Don't do
going
him like
crazy
that.
with
That
his
nigga
music
King
right
rap.
I know that's your homie.
But that
The
nigga
other
y'all
rap,
smile
bro.
the same.
Bro, the nigga rap.
Have both got them big
Same
ass
Dennis.
teeth.
Got the same Dennis.
He not the best.
I know that's your
rapper.
boy. No, I got
The
nothing
nigga
against
rap.
him. But as far as like, he's not curating a skill or a talent like Damani and the other one is.
Damani got J. Cole as a fucking mentor,
That's
bro.
fire.
I
And
would
the other
say-
one too was the other son that playing the guitar, Andre 3000 style.
Yeah.
I would say that people, especially children, don't do what they're told. They do what they're shown. So if I see my father doing X, Y, Z and going to jail and making wrong decisions, and I see the type of headlines my father and mother have been in over the years, getting arrested with Molly, all the different bullshit, certain things translate pattern-wise.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
But the other kids weren't subjective and made the same mistakes.
it's not in totality, but one of them might, is
Right.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you lead that example, that's why you should lead.
But do you think King is old enough to have seen when T.I. was really T.I.? Like, he was a baby when Tip went to jail
T.I.
for the
was-
guns. He
But-
was a,
but
he
you
was a
also gotta-
baby.
He was a kid. He wasn't a baby in
was-
2000 and
He was young when he went to...
But then a lot of times too, like
2009?
you don't know the inside of like how he actually grew up too. Because a lot of times, like,
He
cause
grew
you
up
know
with
they
his
had
granny,
the
he
TV
said.
show.
Nah,
you know they
nah,
had the TV
it
show.
wasn't
They
that.
had the
It wasn't.
Nah, that story wasn't completely true.
Oh.
He grew up with his mom and dad. The nigga just liked going over to his grandma's
granny
house
house.
because it was in the hood and he knew he could do whatever he wanted over there.
Yeah. But still, a lot of times, you know, you never know what's actually going on internally, like in the household.
in the household. Yeah, just because they in
Yeah.
the measure don't mean it's not ghetto.
And that could be
Yep,
the kid
you
that
can say
looked
that
at
too.
their that could be the kid that looked at their dad like and looked at that part of his life, not the music, but looked at the street side like I'm gonna take to that side, while the other ones took to like the creative, artistic side. So everybody's DNA.
That's
is
another
different.
nigga that's a cold. He a cold MC. He slept on for like his
Tip? Hell
MC.
yeah.
That
He's
nigga
a
MC
beast.
ability, man. That nigga got the coldest lyrics.
I was listening to T.I. very, very early. My stepmom had went to Tuskegee down south. And that's where she discovered him. So when she came back home, it was like this. He didn't pop out to like 04, 05.
I'm
I was
serious.
listening to him in like 01, 02 as a little ass kid. One of the first rappers I really learned lyrics
one of
through
my
T.I.
first
and
favorite
50 Cent.
artists.
And
I'm
to me,
serious.
he was the Jay-Z of the South. I always looked at him
Yeah,
as
that nigga
Hov
go
of the
crazy.
South.
He said it. He
Yeah.
said it. Yeah, that I'm Serious album was crazy. But Trap Music was his
Yeah.
was like the debut with Rubber Band Man, 24s, Let's Get Away. But I'm Serious album was crazy. Urban Legend was crazy. People really sleep on T.I. and his discography for
That
sure.
nigga got cold wordplay.
Did he ever
That
end up
nigga
doing
could
a
rap like a
versus? Or he
motherfucker.
never got to do a versus?
Nah.
Yeah, do
before
a
it
versus.
fell
Nah, I
off?
don't think
Because
so.
it was like, who could he go up against? People were saying 50, and then people were saying like
That'd be nice.
that was the only other person that he could go up against.
I think he a bar 50.
Nah, he
He gonna
wanted to
kill
go
50.
He a
against
bar
Wayne.
like off the dome. Like if you let 50 like write some shit, or then
Well, if you just go off there
Nah,
catalog,
that's a good,
T.I.
that's a
catalog.
good 20 for 20. 50 versus Tip is a good 20 for 20.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. If they writing,
Yeah.
but if they just going off the dome,
Yeah, 50
that nigga T.I. Yeah.
I love 50. They're two of my favorite artists growing up. But to be honest, I feel like T.I. has a deeper music catalog. 50's album, first album, obviously is the best, one of the best hip hop albums ever.
Yeah.
Massacre was amazing in my
1.5 million
opinion.
first week.
But it got a lot of flack on Massacre. But after Massacre,
Little
50
commercial.
don't really have too many major
I
songs.
like Before I Self-Destruct.
He had the one with Justin Timberlake. He did have a couple big
No,
songs.
I Get Money.
Jeremiah.
There was in 2020
Oh.
there was supposed to be a return of verses with T.I. versus Jeezy, and I don't think that ever happened.
He ended up doing that with Gucci, which
Yeah.
is more befitting given the
is-
situation.
T.I. and 50 would be a good one.
T.I.
But I think
50 is a
Tip will
good
win.
one.
I think Tip will win that one.
It's because of singles, but 50 Cent got the G Unit records he could also do.
True.
Or they're saying Battle of the Eras and go T.I. versus Future. It was T.I. versus
Future.
yeah. So the ideas were T.I. versus Future. T.I.
Right
versus
now,
That nigga
Future's gonna win.
Got slaps,
or
man.
T.I. versus Busta Rhymes.
That nigga Future.
He gonna beat
got so
Busta.
T.I.
much
versus
shit.
Busta Rhymes.
He gonna beat Busta.
T.I. winning that. That's
Yeah,
sweet.
T.I. gonna beat Busta.
Unless Busta up there really performing, because then his stage presence ain't better than Busta Rhymes.
Y'all know Busta
What happened to
Rhymes?
verses? They need to bring verses back.
That was a COVID thing.
Nah, I think Verse is coming back.
I mean, they
They've
sold
done
to
damn near
Apple
everybody.
Music, and then they talking about they didn't get their money from Apple Music. They had picked up the Rap Report Card live show for a season, so I did a season on Versus TV. But once they sold to
that's
Apple
fine.
Music, that whole thing went left. So yeah,
Damn.
and that's why sometimes you don't sell too early.
Yeah,
Picks?
definitely. With any company, any business.
All right, cool, man. Before we transition to the tail end of the show, we are going to go over some picks sponsored by Underdog, as we told you prior. Let's take some of those picks and turn them into cash by picking higher or lower on your favorite player's stats. Underdog is available in those 30 states, as we mentioned. So please download by using the link in the description in the chat by using code FMW to get that $1,000 in bonus cash. Six, what are we betting on, or what are we picking on today? Excuse me.
So last week, Dejan wasted my damn money.
He did. Let me get a 3-pick today on basketball.
Dejan, this is the result of your pick.
What's
How
the
much do I
result?
owe you?
$300.
He lied.
You gotta
You were gonna
listening
win
to me.
300.
You really gotta stop listening to me.
All right, Seth, give me something.
What's the games for basketball tonight? Second night, NBA season kicked off yesterday for us. It'd be 2 or 3 days by the time y'all see this. But the games is going.
We got some 5 o'clock games.
Phoenix Clippers. Oh, the Clippers are opening up in their home stadium. Let's do it to LA teams since the Lakers played.
That's what we don't give a
Opening
fuck
night.
about.
No Kawhi. So we got James Harden gonna have the ball in his hands a lot. So let's see. Let's start with James Harden.
Nigga all day.
22 and a half.
Shit.
Let's go higher off top. Opening night, the new stadium. He gonna have the ball in his hands. He gonna score more than 23. Let's go to KD. What's he got? Points. 19 and a half points. Wait. Why is there 2 different things for points?
Because you go
Oh,
higher.
less
that's what-
odds. So you can win. It's just take the risk. Points, rebounds, assists. First quarter points, 6. Rebounds, 6. Ooh, does KD get 7 points in the first quarter? Let's get out of KD. I know what he got, though. Let's get out of KD. Keep going down. Keep going down. I don't even have everybody on the list. Is Devin Booker not playing?
Devin Booker's right here.
Oh, click Devin Booker. I didn't see him. That's what I was looking for. Points, 25 and a half. First quarter points, rebounds, assists. 3.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists. Let's go higher on his assists. I'm gonna go out on a limb. And then we gotta do one more.
Go after the nigga who
Nurkic.
was getting dumb rebounds last season.
Let's see rebounds. He definitely is a
you
rebound
say
guy.
that? Nurkic.
Yeah, rebounds, assists. 11 rebounds game 1. You want to go higher? Let's go higher. 11 rebounds.
Oh.
Give me something like, what's the payout? It's a light. The odds ain't crazy. That's cool. Let's run it.
$20 bet. I'm picked.
20 for
$1 pick.
125. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it's that easy, man. If you know anything about sports, even if you don't, Dijon be making picks blind and winning money. So it's that easy, man. Download Underdog right now. Make those picks higher or lower.
Winning?
And
I see.
And win you some chili. Oh, he's
So.
1 for 1, or he's 1 for 2.
He's 0 for 1.
No, he won that first big one. The big one, the first one.
That
I hit
baseball one
once.
wasn't Dejan.
I hit. No, you told me I hit
We
once.
did it we covered it on air.
Pause.
Oh, the football pick. Yo.
It sounded smooth at first.
The pause fucked it up. You see that?
Y'all niggas gotta relax.
No,
this
he did.
motherfucker.
He did win one. He did win one.
I did win once.
I
did.
definitely got my best winnings ever.
I
By
think you
goddamn
won.
self.
Yeah, you
Oh,
did
this
by
one was
yourself.
you. This one was you. I think Aaron Rodgers, Tyler Bass.
No,
Yeah.
I went that high.
No, I
it was,
did, yeah.
He won like
Yeah.
$90 on his. I'm hating. It was.
I hate it,
It was
hate
way back. It was a 3-pick for like $90. I don't remember where it
I'm
was.
proud of this one. 15 right.
You are proud of that 1500.
Go Dodgers.
1500. Yeah, go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to do like the 3-4 Dodgers caps. I might do that next on Friday.
What you mean?
They've been wearing. I've been seeing that all over social media. They be having like 4 Dodgers caps on at once, given the circumstances.
It's a little trend. Okay, cool. We got one more hot topic staying in the realm of sports a little bit. Y'all remember Glenn Big Baby Davis? They used to play with the Boston Celtics, the championship team. For the past couple years, he had got convicted guilty for insurance fraud with the NBA, defrauding the insurance companies of the NBA, I believe. And so they sentenced him to 40 months. He's been out for the last year and a half, and he's been.
Even though he was already sentenced.
Yeah. He knew he was gonna do time. It just came to the day where he's officially going in.
What's the address that he posted? That's for mail.
Probably to write him, I'm assuming.
He gonna read the letters.
40 months.
Oh, you gotta do something. Okay. And he's smiling and he's just laughing and joking.
Yeah, he
Oh,
high
like,
as hell.
drunk? You been drunk or high?
Nah, that nigga
He
high.
high in the
Whoop
bitch.
down one last time.
No, he's a big smoker. He be out here in LA moving around, and even before he knew he was gonna
They
do
say
his
he
time.
looks smoked out. I hope they talking about weed.
And I would have blown a pound before I was
got
going
asked
in.
I got asked to do a 20 versus 1 with that nigga, like me and him versus 20. I'm like, what? That shit was random as fuck.
With the balloon, that is a random ass matchup. Not the,
With big baby, big goofy
Yeah,
the
ass.
balloons too.
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
crazy.
I
Why
peeped-
would they want? What's the matchup there? What's the connection?
That's what I was saying. I was like, what the fuck?
Cause you got out, he on his way. In his, like, I understand what's the
Like
other
random.
connect. You don't hoop like.
Literally, that's what I was saying.
So do your 20v1s normally get out of pocket?
Have
Who,
you
my
done one?
shit?
Yeah. 'Cause I
I've
peeped your
done
20v1
one, yeah,
on your
I've done one.
Instagram.
Let's see.
That motherfucker,
Damn.
that motherfucker all
Is that
you.
Blueface baby mama? Was that Jake?
No, that wasn't Jay.
Oh, my fault. My eye, man. I'm trying. Bruh, you burnt
yeah.
out. You burnt out. You're burnt out. How she make her titty pop?
Good titty pop.
I think I know.
Were
who
you
that
brutally
bitch is.
honest?
Yeah.
You was brutally honest. You ain't
Yeah.
hold nothing back. I'm gonna have to check it out and see. That's
No
good.
Nah,
balloons,
that
no
motherfucker-
balloons? I like the ones with
Nah.
the balloons.
That motherfucker got took off YouTube.
Why?
Whoa.
Who flagged the video?
Nah, not just the video, the YouTube nigga whole page.
Oh,
He
shit.
did my shit, Kaylin for real,
Oh.
R3 shit. They took all his videos down.
I didn't even know.
Probably didn't
Taylor
get rights
Watts
from the
had
women,
one.
probably, huh?
Or
I
was it-
produced one.
It could have been
once.
just sexual content.
Yeah, cause his I ain't
His
gonna
shit
lie,
was
we was
crazy.
wildin'. My shit was wildin'. But he did the nigga Fat Boy SSC shit too.
Oh, really?
He was the last one he dropped. I think his shit was wildin'. I think that's the
That's
one
what
that
got it
took
pulled.
down.
Got him pulled it
Probably
down.
so. I produced one for Storm DeBarge, my homegirl. She's a choreographer, dancer out here. We had close to 20 dudes pull up for her, and she ended up picking the guy that was gonna give her $1,000 cash for a bonus date. So
Yeah, I
yes.
sent two. The ones that I picked two bitches. I sent them bitches to Miami.
You picked two.
Yeah, I sent
Okay.
them to Miami. I paid for their trip. I gave them a free trip.
20 versus 2. Okay.
My boy did it up. What else? We got anything else?
Wait,
man,
you
that we-
didn't go on a trip? You just sent them?
Nah, I ain't go. I just sent them.
Was that?
Look, I mean, I guess.
Was that you being for real?
Yeah.
So wait, what's the situation behind that? Why would you just do that?
Nah, just because it's like every other rap nigga did it and like didn't give a bitch nothing. I
Oh,
was
So they
just
got
after.
a prize.
you know what I mean? I got a free Miami trip. I was just gonna do one, but two
Couldn't
bitches
pick.
was doing the extra, so I was like, I gotta like.
So you did a
both
real,
of them.
real one thing, but
Yeah.
like y'all go do y'all shit, and you wasn't even being thirsty. Like let me tell
Nah,
you,
hell
come
nah,
along.
nah. I wasn't. Nah,
That's real shit.
nigga wasn't on none of that. Nah, I just sent them. I sent them. I ain't go none of that. Yeah.
We still need to do that
Paid for
FMW
it.
one.
A FMW 20v1.
We
I
gotta
would
do that.
produce-
We
that?
just need to get.
We gotta
We
do
need to
that.
get 20 random girls
Mm-hmm.
that have no idea who they're doing the
We
20
gotta
v
do
1
some
for.
fly
I
shit.
got 20 homegirls.
Cause I brung my
you don't
car.
tell them who they doing it for.
I
and
brought
then
my
we,
car in that motherfucker. All that. I
I can
brought the
have-
Corvette in that motherfucker.
for
all
real.
that.
Nigga said I'm coming in
Yeah, I'm gonna borrow
flexing.
his car
I
and all
brung
that shit.
my shit in
No, I
there.
got different type of homegirls. I got 20 with scratch marks and 20
No,
without.
no. We need the
We
balance.
want to blend some of the. See, now you got hybrids.
Yeah, some
You
of the
got
bad
some
ones
of
got
the bad
hybrids.
ones that got
Some of the
stretch
bad ones got
marks.
stretch marks.
Yeah, it's tied together like this. So y'all just let me know.
And then we just come around the corner and see who
We
get
like a fair,
that.
yeah, we do fair to say 20v1.
Fair to say, we got to get Illa on the line. See if Illa approve of this.
She got to host it. So Illa hosted 20v1.
Illa hosted, yeah.
Or
Yeah,
like
because
the- or the
there's so
pop
many more
balloon.
guys here. We got to do like the guy version. Guys come out, girls have to pop the balloons. Who
They
gonna,
got
Yeah, I
balloons.
gotta
I
be-
don't
I
watch
gotta-
the ones without balloons. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I gotta be up on that motherfucker.
that's comedy though when he come around the corner and he just.
The balloons is, I don't laugh without the balloon effect. I just need that.
You only fuck with the balloon ones?
It's not funny without the balloons. It's like there's nothing popping.
The question literally popping the balloons.
All right, make sure you guys click that Dub Scotty button or he'll cry.
Who
So
said there's gonna be a
just-
Dub Scotty button? He not ordered that.
He'll put it there.
Anyway,
yeah.
that's
Make sure you
bad.
click that Dub Scotty button. Shout out to Scott.
Dub Uptown YT definitely for coming in this motherfucker and sitting with us, man. Chopping up good game, talking about backstories and history, and moving forward. So you got the project coming out in November. I seen it was coming
Yeah,
out around
on the
Thanksgiving.
first.
King of the
on the
State.
first.
Yeah, King of the State.
King of the
King of the
State.
State.
All
Okay,
right.
so we definitely got to tune in with that. Obviously, it's gonna be all platforms.
Okay, but
I brought my-
balloonless, but these
But
are.
yeah, but I brung my car in the back of that motherfucker
I
too.
see. Oh, you drove in.
Doing it up. Is that the car you got in an
What-
accident?
Show
or
me,
something?
show me the two that won real
That's
quick.
what I was about to say. That motherfucker. Wait, show you which one?
The two that won to the Miami
He gonna
trip.
tell you if you do a good job.
Also, make sure you guys follow YT on Instagram as well.
Yeah, King of Cali 5'7". Okay,
King of
which
Cali
one?
5'7".
Damn, where's she at? Okay, this one
Her. Okay.
with the neck tag.
All right. Please tell me the other one's a sister. Okay, there we go.
I had to pick a sister.
Yeah, I appreciate
I
it.
had
Please
to.
tell me
Last
that
in
one is a
closing,
sister.
can you click on that King of Cali fitness page? I'm nervous.
You gotta get. We gotta. So you here
Stop
now?
pointing at me.
We gotta get Keyshawn on the workout fitness plan. 60's
Click on
a
that
meal
one in the
plan.
middle. Click on that one in the middle. That's that wake up.
Are you going all social influencer mode? You setting up the camera,
Must be
get started
nice.
your day.
Water.
Well, I'm gonna care about them goddamn muscles, boy.
Water.
So nobody want to talk about how he got a bathtub in his bedroom.
Yeah, no, that shower is insane. That motherfucker big than God, the size of a bathroom, nigga.
Oh my God,
This shit down. Yeah, it's the part it was at where that motherfucker is saying. That's the part where it's at. It was
I
the
didn't
part
know where
it
it was at. I literally saw the
You know
shower.
where it was at?
Nigga got in the shower. He talking about that
That shit,
motherfucker.
yeah, motherfucker. Clip it. Don't nobody give a damn about your lazy eye, Willie. Okay, now glasses.
Okay, bad timing. I literally was looking at the shower because that
I bet you
motherfucker was
was.
the size of a bathroom.
It's sizable. Hey, we out of here, man.
Pause, man.
Fair to say,
My
man.
nigga showing a luxurious lifestyle. I'll get off that shit, man.
Yeah,
Golly.
nigga just ran into me like
Oh, the accident?
like 3 weeks ago.
Totaled it.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it's total. It's done. But I already got the new one.
All right, bet. Fair to say. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Wait, God damn, what? Okay.
Peace.